Hiya, I'm Simone Radley from England & Nails, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can encapsulate foil in acrylic and make a beautiful ombre design. So with this one you're going to have to use your imaginations a little bit, because at the moment we are still in lockdown as I'm filming this, so I can't have anybody here. So again, I am working on a tip. This is a long ballerina fit tip that I'm working on. And I'm going to do one of the new foils encapsulated in the acrylic to show you. So I'm going to use this is my brush of choice at the moment, which is the Acrylic A10. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to get some couch roll just to wipe my brush on and my liquid. And first I'm going to use Alaska, which is clear. So this is what I'm going to put down first. So, like I say, use your imagination a little bit. If you are working on tips, it's going to be pretty much the same. If you're working on forms, obviously you're going to have to think you've got to sculpt out your free edge first, which is what you would do with this clear. So our clear is our base that we're going to put down. And like I say, this will be where you're either sculpting out your free edge shape, or you'll just be putting a really thin clear layer over your tip and nail bed. So I am going to pick up a medium sized bead. I'm going to start here. And I'm going to push and pat it into place, cover down the free edge. Then my second bead is going to go just above my first. And then I'm going to do my third and final bead, which would be my cuticle bead. Now in reality I would be applying this a bit thinner because it's just a really thin base layer. But on here I've done it a bit thicker than what I normally would really. Okay, so when you have got your thin clear base layer on, that's when we're going to file it. So I'm just going to leave it for a second to cure. Okay, so now it is cured enough to file. Obviously I've had to wait because I'm working on the tip, but ordinarily when you're doing the set on the client, then by the time you've done the last one, they'll be ready to file. So I just want to refine this a little bit and just make sure that it's definitely nice and smooth. So I'm going to use a 180 signature file. One of my files of choice. So my filing routine on here isn't going to be the same as what it would be on a normal client. But if you want to see my filing routine, it has been done in a previous video. So Joanna will link that in the description box below for you so you can see it. So now that is nicely buffed and smoothed out, I'm going to just grab a lint-free wipe. I've got a few lint-free wipes there. So I've got a lint-free wipe and I'm going to use some green cleaner, just a little bit. I'm just going to clean over there just to make sure it's not got loads of dust or anything in it. And now this is when I'm going to put my foil on. So for my foil application, I'm going to use the foil gel. And the foil that I've chosen is one of the animal print ones. It's from the 10-pack of foils. So there's lots in there for you to choose from. I've chose this one and it has got obviously a clear back to it. So when you put it on the end of the nail, and this is going to be my clear bit, this is my free edge. So because I've used clear acrylic as my base, that's going to be clear. You're going to be able to see through certain parts of it. So if you don't want that, if you don't want it to be clear so you can see through, then I would do your base in a cover pink colour. If you're not wanting that effect, but I quite like to be able to see through parts of it, so I like that. It sort of, I don't know, it gives it like another dimension, I reckon. So I'm going to apply my foil gel to the free edge here, where I want my foil to be. Oh, sorry, Alexa just randomly piped up then. And now I've said a name. Oh, my goodness. How bizarre. It's the only person I've got to talk to these days because I'm here by myself. Anyway, I'm going to put that in the lamp to cure for 60 seconds. So now that's cured, I'm just going to wipe the top layer with a little bit of green cleaner. and that just makes the foil actually stick better. So I wanted quite a tightly packed design, so that's why I've picked this one. I just thought it would look quite cool. So I'm just going to apply it straight there onto the free edge. So I like to use the silicone tool, which is called Silicone City. I like to use this just to like smooth it down. But obviously it's up to you, you don't have to, but I just think that this is quite handy. So it applies really, really well. That was actually the bit in the design where it was changing, but obviously if you want to pack some more in, you can just pop it on and rip it off. Dead easy. So I love that. I am a fan of animal print. I feel like I don't even need to say that anymore. I feel like everybody knows how I feel about animal print. So now I'm going to use Acrylic Milan, which is a cover pink. It's quite a dark colour, this one. It's one of my favourites. I would say the one that I use the most tends to probably be Sydney, but I really like this one. And I wanted one that was a bit of a darker colour for this. So I'm going to do this in like an ombre effect. So this is a really big tip that I'm working on. So the bead that I'm going to pick up will be reasonably large. I'm going to place it down, then I'm just going to pat out the back of the bead. She says, I had a brush hair going wild then. And then feather it over the top of my foil. I'm going to get another small bead to go in the edge here. So I want a really small bead, and I'm just going to bleed the liquid out the back of that bead because I wanted to intensify the colour. It's just gone a bit of light here at the edge, so I just wanted to add a bit in. Now I'm going to put my cuticle bead in at the top. But again, I'm going to bleed the liquid out the back of the bead because I want to intensify the colour. I'm going to make sure there's not any spots in colour that I don't want, which I have got up here at the top. So I've just picked up a really small bead, and again I've bled the liquid out to make the colour a bit richer, and then I'm just going to put that in where that little gap was. There was a little gap in colour that I just wanted to fill in a bit. So this blend area here, I'm feeling like I just want to just pull it down a little bit more. So again, I've bled the liquid out the back of this bead and forwards at the bottom. I just wanted to just bring it down slightly further. So now I'm going to add some Alaska, which is the clear, over this to encapsulate my foil. Because obviously we want to file this nail, we don't want to file our foil away. And then once you've got it nicely covered and encapsulated in your acrylic, you just need to come on to do your filing routine. And then once you're giving your nail a good buff and it's nice and smooth, that's when I'm going to take some green cleaner and just wipe over it again to make sure we've got rid of all the dust. And then I'm going to come in with my top coat. So when I've just used acrylic, I tend to use the Ultimate No Wipe because it's a lovely shiny top coat. So I'm going to put that in the lamp to cure for 60 seconds. And that is it. Done. Easy peasy. Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of our new videos. Also, go over and follow us on social media. The links are in the description box below, and that way you can keep an eye on what we're doing, and most importantly, tag us in any of the designs that you have recreated from our videos for your chance to be featured in an upcoming YouTube video. Thanks, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!